Recently, Crunchyroll announced that it will be hosting a Demon Slayer Infinity Castle panel at Anime Expo 2026. And that brings up the million-dollar question. Are they going to make any announcements at this event? What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and to another video. So this year I am really excited. I'm going to be attending Anime Expo 2026. This will be my 4th year in a row attending, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm still a newbie to Anime Expo, but I'm getting to that I kind of know what I'm doing when I go there point. And fun fact, for all 4 years that I have attended, there has been a major Demon Slayer event at Anime Expo. And quite honestly, it's been one of my highlights for every single year. This is because Anime Expo is a much bigger convention than most of the others that I attend, and because it's so big and located in Los Angeles, they have the Japanese voice actors attend these events. In fact, Natsuki Hanai, the Japanese voice actor of Tanjiro, who, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you might know he's my favorite voice actor of all time, has always attended this event. And this year will be no different. He's going to be attending along with the Japanese voice actors of Giyu and Shinobu. I love this panel just for the opportunity to get to see the voice actors live. They usually live dub, they usually talk about the experience of recording for this anime, but everyone else always wants to know, is there going to be an announcement made at this event? And normally I would say absolutely not. For the record, the past 3 years that I've attended, there have been no big announcements. I think there was one year where they talked a little bit about the new games, but that was the most that we ever got. Even the year before I started attending Anime Expo, there was a Demon Slayer panel for Entertainment District and there were no announcements made. So likely this year isn't going to be any different. However, there is a big difference this year with who is hosting the panel. Every single time there's been a Demon Slayer panel at Anime Expo, it has been hosted by INQUIRES, the production company of Demon Slayer. And what that just means is Anime Expo is more of the venue to get people interested in it, but Aniplex is the one that brings out the voice actors, has a host, they decide how the panel runs and that sort of thing. But this year, Crunchyroll is hosting it. And for that reason alone, I have a small glimmer of hope that there might be one somewhat small announcement made at this event. Now, take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I am not making this video to make you all think it's absolutely going to happen because the likelihood of it happening is still pretty low. But since the panel is being hosted by Crunchyroll, I feel like I can't not talk about my prediction that they might announce when the movie is coming to Crunchyroll streaming. Now, keep in mind, the Blu-ray in Japan has not even come out yet, and it will not be out at the time of this panel. The Blu-ray is coming out on July 29th. This panel is happening on July 3rd. So it very well might not happen. And like I said, they don't normally make announcements here, so to expect a big announcement here is kind of getting your hopes up. Maybe I am. But it's been quite a while since this movie came out, and Crunchyroll has always had the rights to this movie. So I do think there is a possibility that they will announce when the Crunchyroll streaming date comes out. But very important to note, that is 100% all they would say if there will be an announcement. We will be getting zero information about Movie 2 or anything else like that. The Crunchyroll streaming release date only makes sense in my head simply because it applies to us, specifically an audience that is not located in Japan, which is why I could see Crunchyroll making an announcement like that at Anime Expo. But the reason that Anime Expo usually doesn't have announcements is because they always are going to make announcements first at an event that is specifically Demon Slayer, and second at an event that is located in Japan, because the Japanese fans are always going to be at the forefront of their attention. So it doesn't make sense for some kind of event that's located outside of Japan to get huge news like anything regarding the second movie. For the second movie, we're just gonna have to keep waiting because I don't think that movie's coming out anytime soon. I think we're gonna probably have to wait at least another year for it, which means we can expect some new news coming out not until the end of this year. If they are in fact going to release it in the summer of next year and just have 2 years in between the first movie and the second movie, it likely is going to be announced that it'll come out in 2027 in December of this year. That's the way they normally do things, and it'll be like a specific Demon Slayer event. Usually Kimetsu TV is what they announce that kind of stuff at. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm honestly just really excited to be able to attend this event. The last time there was a panel, like an actual panel where they just did like a Q&A, was 2024, and it had Natsuki Hanai and Takahiro Sakurai, who is the voice of Giyu. This year they're both returning along with Saori Hayami, the voice of Shinobu, which I'm so excited about because she was absolutely incredible in the movie. Likely they're just going to talk about their feelings and some of the experience of recording for the first movie. Hopefully do some live dubbing because that's always a highlight, and that'll be pretty much it. It's a special experience that I really enjoy attending every single year because it is just so fun to be in a room full of Demon Slayer fans. Demon Slayer fans happen to be the most passionate that I've experienced when it comes to panels. I have attended multiple panels for other big animes like My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen, and while those ones are still a lot of fun, there's something about the Demon Slayer panel that just cranks it up a notch. It's something I look forward to going to every single year, and I'll be completely honest, I didn't even think I was gonna be going this year. The last minute I was able to make some stuff happen so that I am going, and it's gonna be a really incredible experience. I will make sure to keep you all updated as much as I can. If they do announce when the movie is coming to streaming, they probably will post it to social media before I can say anything, because if I am inside that panel room, it's gonna be really hard to record anything or say anything. So be on the lookout. But again, I want to remind everyone, this is just a prediction. I am not saying for a fact that it's going to happen, and I want to remind everyone that it is very likely that they won't say anything. They even specifically said in the little tidbit about the panel on the Anime Expo app that they are going to be releasing information regarding Ufotable's next movie project, which I believe is, what is it called, like Mahayo or something like that. So they specifically said they are going to give us some information or something about that movie, but they did not say anything about anything Demon Slayer related outside of that's what the panel is about, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. So don't get your hopes up too high, but I do think there's reason to believe it might happen at this one just because of, it's not really even that big of an announcement when you think about it. Just when it's coming to streaming is not like a big deal, nor do Japanese people really care. So it would make a little bit more sense for them to make that kind of announcement here. And it's small enough that you could kind of loop that in with the couple of years that they made announcements in the games. But that is all you can expect. Again, I want to reiterate, we are not getting any news about the second movie whatsoever. The earliest that's gonna happen is December of this year. But that being said, are you going to Anime Expo? If you are, make sure you go to this panel, and if you see me, say hello. I will be in cosplay. Feel free to say hello. I'll be taking pictures and that sort of thing. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment your thoughts. Don't forget, I am someone who tries to keep y'all updated on all updates regarding Demon Slayer, that we can start to expect a little bit of movement on that front within the next 6 months or so. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. I also talk about how to spot fake news and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in any of that type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you all next time. Matane!